leaderboard feature inside PT Distinction. We're going to talk about some of the basic features around it, what it can actually be used for in terms of maybe competitions, in terms of doing check-ins, and just giving you some really good overview data of what your clients are actually up to inside your account. So what we're going to talk about today, well, we're going to talk about this amazing new feature called leaderboards inside PTD. I want to explain what leaderboards are, how they kind of work, what data they pull, and how you could maybe use them inside your business. Now, these are just going to be a few ways of doing it. There are literally loads of different ways you can utilize leaderboards depending on the type of approach you want with your business in terms of how you want to use PT Distinction in your business as well. I'm going to go through maybe one or two of the main ways it's actually used. But if you've got any ideas of how you want to use them inside your account, please let us know inside the comments as always. And yeah, if you want to see some new ways of doing it as well, let us know inside the comments. I can always do more videos on how to really utilize this really new powerful feature inside PTD. So let's go and take a look inside our PTD account. Let's jump straight into it and see what's actually going on. So first of all, let's go and look at leaderboards and where to find them. So you may be thinking, okay, I've got a client set up inside our account. Let's go and open up a test one. And you've heard about these leaderboards, but you can't actually see it anywhere. So inside here, you see our activity, schedule, and setup, and think, actually, where's this leaderboard thing? And there's no leaderboards inside individual client accounts. In fact, leaderboards will only exist inside a group dashboard. So not a client dashboard, a group dashboard. And that's because it needs to compare data from multiple clients. So let's go and take a look at a leaderboard. I'm going to use a results tracking group. So we have a results tracking group that's set up inside our PT Ninja account. And inside here, you can see along the top, we have our activity, our leaderboards, our schedule and setup. So activity, schedule and setup, you probably know what these are already. Leaderboards might be something new to you. So over here, we have this leaderboard and we have programs, results tracking and habits. So this group here is specified specifically around results tracking. So you'll notice there's nothing here in programs, there's nothing here in habits, but in the results tracking, we actually have the tracking information from that results tracking sheet in here. And we can choose from this drop down menu between daily tracking and weekly tracking. And over this side here, we can actually choose whatever period of time we want to look at. So if we want to look at all of November, we can do that and just filter that out. So if I'm just going to go to the end of November, and we can show just November's data inside here. And it gives you average breakdowns for each client inside here. So you'll get total number of records a client has made or inputted in, and then the averages across here as well. So total waist measurements, height measurements, weight, average waist, total body, highest body weight, average weight, and so on. So basically all the information they put in there, you get all over averages. So totals, averages, and highest of everything they actually enter into it. With the habits as well, you get similar data in there, which we're going to look at in a second. And programs, this is how many programs and workouts they've completed as well will be inside there. So depending on what you've got set up inside that group will depend on what views in there. And I think that's an important thing to remember. A lot of people will be asking, what's the difference between activity and seeing this here and leaderboards? Well, the activity inside the group will show you all the activity that a client has done inside that group. So you can use a group to organize your clients. And if you was to put all your clients inside this group, you'll see all the activity every client has done that's part of that particular group. So it's really useful for organizing your clients and getting an overview of all the activity. Even if they have things that they have done copied in from different groups, it will all appear inside here. Leaderboards are different. Leaderboards will only show you data from clients that are part of that group completing activities that are part of that particular group. And it will only cover things like habits, assessments, results tracking, and programs inside here. So what can you actually use this for? So if we take this for the results tracking one here, it means at a glance we can see how well clients are doing. So if your main KPIs, if you like, for your clients, and we've talked about this in other videos before, if you really want to make a scalable online business, you talk about KPIs when it comes to your lead generation, when it comes to your overall sales and all that kind of stuff. We don't talk about KPIs too much in terms of clients, but if you want to create an online system that is scalable, it's really important that you have KPIs that you work to with your clients. And these leaderboards and these groups are really going to help with that. It means that, let's say your KPI for your clients is around results tracking, and inside here you want to make sure they have a certain number of check-ins, then you can do that in here by looking at the total record, and you can see who's actually checking in when they should do and who's not checking in when they should do. So very quickly you can see that over whatever period of time you want from in here, and also you can get overall data on here, so you can see what their averages are and totals and recent ones and things like that inside here. So that's one thing you can use leaderboards for. The other thing you can use leaderboards for is little mini competitions. So one of the things we talk about a lot, people talk about a lot, is gamification inside programs. Now you have to be careful with gamification. A lot of the data that is coming out now is suggesting it actually has a negative impact on long-term results for clients. I think a lot of that is due to motivation being a driving force for it, and motivation, generally speaking, is the driving force for long-term results. Is actually not a good thing. Motivation is a very hard thing to do. It's based on emotion. It's based on how you feel. So in theory, if you roll out of the bed on the wrong side in the morning and you're having a bad day, your motivation is less. It's not a good thing as a coach to rely on in order to make sure your clients get the job done. We need to find other ways of doing that. And a lot of us know we can use things like habits and behavior change in order to go and do that, which we talk about a lot over at Peter the Ninja and also inside our 101 course. Now, with that stuff being said, there will be times where competition is quite useful and gamification is quite useful, and you can use leaderboards to do this. So what I would do is encourage you not to use any automated systems for doing competitions. Some software out there does do that. Peter may do this in the future, but with a lot of the data that's out there, forcing any coach to use gamification would probably not be a good thing. So it's unlikely that that's going to happen anytime soon. And if it was going to happen, you'll probably have the option to choose to do it or not. But with leaderboards at the moment, you can actually kind of do that with your clients, and you can actually do it in a very positive way that's going to help them actually get results from their programs. So an example might be here. Let's say we're going to do a protein challenge with all your clients. So what we could do is have a group set up that just has a protein lesson inside there. So let's go and take a look at what that's like. So if we go into our groups over here, and I've got a protein habit group here, individual habit group, eat protein with every meal. So this particular group here, if we go into the setup, you can see we have our lesson inside here, all about protein and how that all works. And then we also have our forms inside here, which has, they can set their own habits based on what they want to do. So they set their own targets based on the lesson we've given them. They personalize that habit and then they review it every couple of weeks. And then we also have our habit tracking down here as well. And all that is on the schedule days after joining for the clients. You can see the lesson, the setting the targets, the review, and then the check-in down here. And then for the following week, we have, again, the habit check-ins down here, and then the review, so the client can review it. The advantage of doing stuff like this means that obviously not every client can always reach the targets. It's unfair sometimes if someone's been used to eating protein all the time and someone hasn't, and trying to compare them against each other, it's going to be very hard to do. What this here allows them to set their own targets based on what they've learned in that lesson, and then we can kind of gamify that a little bit as like a mini challenge for our clients. So let's say inside here we have some clients that we're going to add to this individual habit for eating protein each meal, and we're going to add our clients to it. Now, you probably know how to add clients already. You can either do that through here by adding clients in, adding members in this way, or of course you can do it inside their individual accounts as well. Doesn't matter which way around you do it. Now inside here, if we go to the leaderboards, you'll notice there's nothing on the programs, nothing on the results tracking, but there is one on the habits in here. Now, if you had multiple habits inside this particular group, you can actually select which habit you want to look at, and we'll go and look at that in a second. But down here, you can see we actually have the clients in and what they've been checking in on. And we can also pick the date and time. So let's say we're going to run this over the next 2 weeks. Inside here, we can actually just pop that in, and it filters it down for us. So at a glance, we can see who our best clients are in terms of actually checking in and who our worst clients are. We can see overall percentage completion, which ones have been checked incomplete, what's been skipped, and what's been missed at a glance. And this allows us to gamify things a little bit. So we can look at this and think, okay, so Ash Test 2 is doing not too well because they missed everything, but maybe our example client is doing really well because they've checked in on lots of different things and completed it all. This allows us either to give a screenshot and share that with our clients, maybe inside a Facebook group or through our in-app messenger down here. But it also means we can do other cool things. So when we come to the end of the challenge, you could use something like Canva to create a certificate, put the client's name out and send it out to them. Again, that works so much better than automated gamification that you get in other software sometimes, because it's not really personalized. It's just like playing a game. And again, it doesn't rely too much. It relies too much on motivation. So by doing stuff like this, we can have these little challenges every now and again, and giving a personalized reward for doing it takes literally seconds out of your time, but makes a massive difference. And it also drives other people forward with much more of a competitive edge, more than having automated gamification inside the app. So this is a really cool way to utilize some of the leaderboards in order to add in a little bit of gamification into your programs. Like I say, you can also use this for doing check-ins, which is what we use it for quite a lot. But you can use it for both different things inside here. Now, if we go and look at a bigger group that's got lots of different things inside, let's look at our 12-week program group, our 12-month nutritional coaching program. So this one inside here, as you can see, has a lot of habits already set up inside here with lots of coaching content inside it as well. It's a year-long nutritional coaching program, this one. And if we go to our leaderboards inside here, you can see we have the habits inside here. We can view all habits, so we can actually get an overview now of all the habits in one go. The reason I want to show you this is because a lot of people ask questions about, okay, when I'm looking at the habits inside an individual client's account, I can view that particular habit and I can switch around and look at their individual data. But once I want to see an overview of all my clients and how well they're doing in general across all the habits, a leaderboard is great for that. So if you have a program like this that just contains all the habits you're working on, you can come into leaderboard, look at all the habits here and view those and say, okay, all the habits inside that group, these are my clients that are doing well across the entire program when it comes to doing habit tracking. If you want to break it down, maybe you want to look at like fresh water targets, you can filter it down and pick the ones you want to go and look at, and then you can start breaking things down and get an overview again of all your clients working on a specific one. So not only this is good to give you an overview of your clients and reward them, it's also good for check-ins, as we talked about already, but this is really good for giving you actual data. And data is a really important thing if you want to have a business that can scale using systems like this, because you can look at it and think, okay, overall, my habits are doing okay, all my clients are doing okay with this program, but I wonder which ones aren't people are struggling with, not doing too well with. So let's say if you do something like stress levels on here and you think, actually, looking at this, my clients aren't doing really well on these stress level ones. So maybe there's something about this particular habit that I need to work on. Maybe I need to give my clients some extra help and support with this. Maybe I need to add some more training inside here. You can start looking at things that your overall client avatar is struggling with because you get overview of data, and they can tweak and adapt that to actually suit. So this data is extremely useful for really building out more practical programs for you and allow you to create systems that can scale and get better results for your clients as well. So some really cool things you can do there with leaderboards that I really wanted just to share with you inside this video. So there you go. That is it from me. I hope all that helps in one way or another. As always, if you need any extra help and support, please do give us a shout. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please leave it in the comments or whatever is around this video, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is in the blog post. Just leave the comments below if you've got any questions, and I'll do my best to try and help. As always, if you need any extra more help and support with your PTD account, your Distinction account, or just mastering your online business in general, please do get in touch or head over to the PT Ninja website at ptninja.com, where you can find out more about the different services that we offer. One of them being the PT Ninja 101 course that will help you set up everything that you've actually just seen inside my account there. We don't just show you exactly how to do everything. We give you all the content as well, and we show you how to tweak and adapt that to suit your brand and suit your style and suit your approach. And we take you through everything in a very methodical and organized way. So by the end of it, you'll have a ready to go system that you can run inside your business using PTD and other software that we show you how to integrate with as well. Right the way from lead generation all the way through to delivering your main programs, and also what to do to maintain your clients long term. It's all covered inside that course if you want to go and check it out. We've also got our Done For You service as well. So if you just want to work with myself, Jed, and the rest of the team directly, you can come and get in touch with us about that. We'll sit down, have a chat with you, find out exactly what it is you want to do and what you want to set up. We'll work out whether we can do it, and then we can go and get that set up using PTD and any other software you want to use. So if you want some more advanced automation, or you have a very specific idea of something you want inside PTD and you want to make it work that way, then get in touch. You might be surprised at what we can actually do with a little bit of creativity. And yeah, just get in touch with that. And again, you can find out more about that over at ptninja.com in the Done For You section. Right, that's it for me. As always, any questions, let us know, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.